It's something that you've mentioned earlier in the call. And then also just a term you hear every once in a while now within the industry. Could one of you explain what specifically a microgym is?
Yeah, I'll jump in. So a microgym is it's not a term that we've coined, right? So this is not something that GoRx Fitness Trevor or Andrew Towers has invented. So microgym is a word that's used in the commercial gym space for gyms that are like 150 members and less. So think CrossFit gyms, F45 type gyms, Orange Theory Fitness. These are people that consider their gym a micro gym. So what we're doing is we're applying microgym to our audience and our use case. So we think of a microgym, when we think of a microgym personally, I don't think of the CrossFit gym. I don't think of, F45 gym. I think of that as a commercial gym. Microgym seems to fit. And there's, a lot of positive feedback on, this phrasing around microgym. So it's a gym that starts small, stays small, but we're applying it to these home gym businesses.
Yeah. To add on to that, I mean, the term microgym, can mean so many different things, right? And so that's why we like to explain to people that, it could fit that shed, that barn gym, moniker. It can, the garage gym, the home gym moniker. It can also, small boutique fitness centers or anything like that can kind of fit into that micro gym definition. And it's essentially anyone that has a fitness space that wants to monetize it can be labeled a micro gym business.
Yeah, and our platform is built for people that are starting these businesses. I mean, you can call it a studio, you could call it a boutique gym, you could call it at-home training space. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're just applying common language to it. So, but microgym is also could be a misnomer in a sense where there's people that, train as MMA trainers, they'll train their athletes from their home gym. And so they might not call it, a micro gym, but they're people that are running, a fitness business from their home gym. And in that same community, that same demographic can use our app, right? So we built it in a way that there is flexibility. There is, a way to pull in people that have all different kinds of interests. Because as you know, Jake, probably better than most people, right? I mean, the home gym community is very diverse in how people apply their personality to their gym, right? I mean, it's sort of a reflection of that person. And so we see this GoRx Fitness community being as diverse of a community in what they offer and the services that they offer.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Andrew, I'd be really curious to hear your story as a micro gym owner. You mentioned earlier, like you recently used the funds from what you were doing to purchase an air runner, I think you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to hear how you started and how that evolved over the last few years.
Yeah. So let me full disclaimer. So my priority effort since leaving the Army has been GoRx Fitness. So I'm running a micro gym right now for my garage gym, and I have clients that come in and use it. But my focus has been, on GoRx Fitness and making sure that we have a platform, we have something that users that provide people value. So with that being said, I started my micro gym the same time I started GoRx Fitness. And the idea was I would create a business that would sort of model what I was trying to build. And I found through social media that there's already a ton of people that are doing it. And I'm not modeling anything that there aren't other people that I could point, someone that might be interested in starting a micro gym too. But so I started in, I guess, January 2021, and just been telling all my Army buddies about it who've told other friends and family about what I'm doing. And so the people that seem to be coming to my gym right now are people within the military community. And so I have right now a client that I'm training to prepare for boot camp. And I've got a client that, is as an officer, as a field grade officer who's just wants to be prepared for a wedding coming up. So my journey has been more organic growth. So I don't do local marketing. I don't do that stuff. Though these are spaces that we help provide services to people that do onboard as an affiliate micro gym at GoRx. But I have over time built an a clientele that covers everything that, the overhead for running a micro gym is like less than $100 a month. So, I'm not paying rent, not paying more, a mortgage to commercial, whatever enterprise. This is run out of my home gym. So the overhead's pretty simple. So even just a few clients that I have pay for it. And so what I was talking about before is, I made enough money that I went out and bought myself a salt air runner. And so, and some other equipment too with those proceeds. So the money that I make right now, I pour back into the business. And so I'm trying to create for those clients that do find me through Google an experience that is a private, workout that they don't have to worry about peak times and gym bros and gym creeps. They don't have to worry about, walking in front of someone's Instagram reel as they go to the gym. They can do curls at the squat rack if they want to do curls at the squat rack. So that's the experience I'm trying to create through peak functional fitness is what I call it. If that doesn't answer questions, let me know and make sure that I want to answer your question.
No, that answers my question. It was really just looking for a specific example of what somebody, like what it looked like.
Yeah. Well, if you want examples, dude, check out, there's, Sierra Whiskey Fitness. I think of her. She's just started her business, micro gym in upstate New York, and she's crushing it. I think of Primal Fitness, Coach Jen. Forget the state that she's out of. These aren't like affiliate gyms. These are just people that I've connected with. And she does class. She's got like 8 clients a class, and she does a few classes a week. She's also crushing it. So there are lots of examples out there, and I'm not the only one. So if people are looking for examples, they can hit me up, and I'd be happy to show them not just me, but what other people are doing with their home gym.
Yeah, I actually, I'm not sure if you heard the podcast with Jason from Surplus Strength, who he created the universal pulley system, but it was probably 3 or so years ago. He basically left his corporate job, started training people out of his home gym. And like through training from his home gym, he like created a product that he like saw the need for a product of somebody training from his home gym, went out and created it. And, as he was building out his business, he was still training people on the side because, as you're starting a company, it's really hard to just take everything that you put into it out because you want to continue to reinvest. So it was nice for him to like continue to have another job. I think he's still actually training some people, but yeah, that was a really good example. And yeah, I see this stuff all the time.
I'm sure you do.